momentum. I think we enter this season with momentum. You know, being in the top 10 the last 3 years and doing what we've done, we've created momentum, and momentum's good if you use it the right way. So we need to pick up on that, and we need to carry momentum into Saturday and keep building. And I've made the statement that we're here to raise the bar this year. And so it's bar raising time, and hopefully the momentum will help us raise the bar as we go through the year. The second thing, and kind of tied to that, is complacency. With that, we can't get complacent. We can't expect just because we got 10th and 8th and 10th that that's gonna automatically happen. If anything, we probably have a target on our back more and more every year. I think they've got us ranked 5th or 6th this first weekend, and to me that's a target. We have to learn how to wrestle with a target on our back. So complacency can't be part of us. We have to continue to charge and attack, and I think that's our style, and that's the style that these three guys push and preach every day in the room. And the last word, my vocabulary word of the day, is talent. This is by far, maybe not by far, but this is the most talented team we've had on the mat. Now that doesn't, again, translate into wins, but it sure is nice to have good guys and talent. So we've got a lot of talent on the team, and it's time to turn that talent loose. We've got a good mix of some really young people that I think the fans and the media and everybody are going to be excited to watch wrestle this year. Well, the Moss Center is going to be a focus of ours on January 15th and 16th to fill that. I think we pretty much packed it against UVA, but we've got it for just one weekend this year. So we're going to want to do that. But I've always said, or maybe had the dream and been made fun of, that we're going to pack Castle for one dual meet before I die. So I plan on living a long time, but I'd like to have some people have more of a sense of urgency with that than me. We've got a great team, a great product. It's a lot of fun. Virginia Tech has done a really good job of making matches entertaining, and I think my guys do a pretty good job of that too, our guys. You know, we want to fill Castle, and you know, this is a chance. I mean, we got Iowa State Saturday, and then we got the #1 ranked team in the nation who's won the Nationals 3 out of the last 4 years in Penn State. So we know what kind of fans we have here. We just need people to get out, and for those that haven't seen wrestling, this is a chance to do it and have a lot of fun. I think the exciting thing about this year is that this team doesn't have, you know, every team kind of has a weak weight. I don't know if weak weight, but one weight that's not as tough as the other. I mean, these guys all have potential, really, really high ceilings, and I'm not just talking down the road. I mean, there's even, you know, we got 3 young guys, 2 redshirt freshmen and 1 freshman. That these guys are, you know, knocking on the door to get in the podium right now. Now that's still a big step, but we got to progress and get better. But those guys have that kind of ability at a young age, so that's an exciting thing.
I mean, I think Jared Hott, a guy that we've seen a lot of improvement out of. I think the biggest thing going from your first year to your second year, and we saw it with guys like Ty Walls in particular last year, is just getting the confidence. You know, to believe that you're good enough to get it done at this level, and that you're among, you know, the top 4 or 5, top 2 guys in the country. And I think Jared's a guy that through his redshirt year and then last year is a redshirt freshman, just his development and what he's put into his training and how he approaches his training every day, how hard he pushes himself on a daily basis. One of the hardest working guys we have in the room. I think he's a guy that we're going to see, you know, marketable improvement from as the season goes on. You know, with our young guys, Zach Zavatsky or Austin Gable, whoever we end up having there, it'll be Zavatsky early in the season at 184. I think both those guys are really good. I mean, I think both those guys are going to be on the podium, or either one of them could be on the podium in New York in March. So those are 2 guys in particular in the upper weights, and also, you know, guys like Nordstrom and some of these guys that were freshmen are just maturing, getting better. And one of the things that I think we've done a pretty good job with as a staff in previous years is you see our guys are constantly improving from year to year. They go from freshmen to sophomores, sophomore to juniors, juniors to seniors. They're getting better, and they're developing, and you know, they're winning a heck of a lot more wrestling matches. And I think that you're going to continue to see that trend with our younger guys.
My dark horse pick would be our 41-pounder Solomon Machisco, redshirt freshman out of Pennsylvania. You know, he's highly touted, expected to do big things, and I think he's at the right weight. And I think his weight's under control at this point in the season, and he's looked like he's had more and more energy every day. And to me, he looks more and more like an All-American and national title contender. So I think that you stack him up against anybody, I don't think there's anybody that he can't go with at this point.
With Joey, you guys know him, so you've seen him, his talent, you know what he's about. But the work ethic has to be there, and it's looking really good. And a guy like that can be extremely, extremely dangerous when you put the two together. And a lot of times you don't see it together. And that's kind of one thing is him being held accountable to that. And when you have the work ethic and the talent, then there's a lot of good things that can happen. We're seeing it right now, and we want to continue to just build off it.
You know, he has a tendency to make matches too close, just to be quite honest. And that's an area where he needs to, instead of beating Crutchmer and let it come down to, and listen, he out-wrestled the guy, he deserved to win that match, but he won it on a fluky call, a fluky situation a little bit. You know, but we just can't put ourselves, a lot of crazy things happen at the NCAAs. You can ask Joey Dance that last year. You know, when you're in close matches, bad things can happen to you. And it happens every year at the NCAA tournament. You see guys going down that are, have high credentials, that are seated high, simply because, you know, when you keep it a 1-point match, a 2-point match, anything can happen. So I think Zach recognizes, you know, if he wants to be a guy that, you feel really, really good about at the NCAA tournament, he needs to widen the gap. And that's just going to take, you know, a mindset of going out and attacking more often, attacking earlier in matches, and just keeping pressure on guys.
I grew up an hour from Ames, Iowa, so I've known, when I was a kid, I used to go watch Iowa State wrestle. So it's a great way for us to start out. I mean, we need to beat them. I mean, you know, I'm not going to be happy if we don't beat them. So that's the expectation there. And obviously the following weekend with Penn State is, it is what it is. And everybody, and you're going to get two top 5 teams competing. Hopefully we'll be top 5 by then. But, and again, it's not about the ranking. It's just about getting good competition. But getting two battle-tested, long-term programs with tradition, the Iowa State kids know when they're in a big-time environment. And it's cool that we can say coming to Blacksburg is a big-time environment now. And so, you know, let's have some fun and let's go and see where we're at Monday.